All right, so these skylights turned out tremendously. What do you guys think? I think they came out really nice. Custom skylights, can't beat it. Really, the glare, you see how much light is coming in, just glaring off of that brushed metal I did. I think that's spectacular. All right, so the next discussion point here is the fans and the LED lights. So the fan, I've kept this as the vent, the original vent that came with it. I've kind of left it the way it is because it just has a heavy duty switch right here. And I thought, well, I better not F with that because, you know, this fan is up in here. This fan is just, it's stuck. I mean, I can't see it turning. So that fan has to be replaced. So I mean, an event really is that, you know, what you do is you pull this stupid thing, and all that does, for those of you who are doing Airstreams right now and you're wondering, what is this thing? You open it like that. See, you open it like that, and then you can open and shut your vent right here. See that vent? That's all that does. It's a cable that opens and shuts that. So this mechanism, forget about the rest of it. It's just grounding off of it. I think this actually goes to that. Look, just discovering something new here. Yeah, it does. It goes to this. So I guess when you do that, it makes a connection. See that? Yeah, that's what happens. So when you huff on that, when you hack on that, it makes the connection. All right, we'll get to that later. I've only got one hand, but that makes sense, right? Yeah, because then that'll power. So when you pull that, you will then connect that. Oh yeah, to that. See how that grounds out on this? Oops, sorry, my camera. See that? See how when you do that, it grounds out on that. So when you open this, this is closing it. When you open it, it turns the fan on. You see that mechanism? Yeah. I'm guessing this is the hot that goes somewhere. Who the hell knows? But all right, so this fan is junk. It needs to be replaced. The whole idea of the fan there is cool. I like that heavy duty switch. I get it. It's going to mount to the. I'm going to keep the original piece here. So inside here will be, you know, other things that'll food storage and whatnot. But over the oven is going to be that extractor that matches the oven. So you kind of have that whole look and look good, which will lead to that fan there. So that fan will go into that fan, if you will. And if not, I'll figure something out in terms of how I'm going to design that. But the LED element of the trailer, I am going with LEDs that, at least this is what I'm thinking, that if you reach up and you touch the LED, it turns on. Like maybe you push on it or something. I'm hoping they make something like that because that way, independently, regardless of my control panel, which I will put here with buttons to turn on certain areas of the Airstream, including the wall LEDs. What I mean by that is I have wardrobe lights. I have, because these acrylic pieces are gonna they're gonna glow. So the LED will come on the sides here, like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc., so on. And this wiring here, which was originally just a simple, you know, switch light like that, I can run down to the to the switches here, or I can have them individually on, powered just by this. See, this is your, you know, for LEDs pull so little, and this is all I need. It's already here, you know. So same thing for here. See, so this is, you know, I would imagine how you put that is sort of like tier number 1, then kitchen area number 2, you know, bathroom area number 3, right? And then bedroom area number 4, all controllable by this, right? And these were all basically switchable on their own. So you just reached up and you just flip the switch to turn the light on in that area. Well, obviously, if I'm going to be drilling holes into the roof for the LEDs, the ceiling, I can run the hot and cold off of this, and I can fish a wire down so that it's all controllable in phases by a master switch, which is going to be here. So this is my control panel. This won't be here. This is my control panel area for when I get into the trailer. I can push buttons for, area 1, 2, 3, 4, which turns on areas 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I can have them all on, and then I can also change the color of them, which is important. I don't want them just to be white and dim. I want to be able to control them all and put black lights or red or whatever color scheme I want. And the same thing as far as the wiring here that I've put together. You can see down in here, I've wired up a specific schematic. If you can see here, look, I've got my, it's all labeled here into the power box front, etc., and so on. I've got everything labeled, aux 1, aux 2, to power on front, to power on back, etc. And that is LED lighting. It's also hard 110, so it's a 4-phase power system. I got dual DC plans and dual AC plans for shore power, and all of it comes through here in this secondary lighting, LED lighting and accessory panel. I've even put an XLR in there for access to a balanced, coaxial balanced music setup. And here, as you can see, is the water pump setup. I am going to go with an American-made water pump. I'm not going to go with a Chinese pump. Not to be discriminatory, but I found out that Chinese things don't usually last as long as American-made products. I hate to make a broad statement like that, but if you had to put them into one category or another, I have found that you do pay less, but oftentimes you get what you pay for when you buy things that are substandard in terms of how they're built, what they're built of, and especially Chinese products, very cheap materials. And it seems as though they're oftentimes a brilliant item, but not up to standard. Okay, so that being said, not that I'm discriminating against a certain, but you guys get what I'm saying. I just like to, if something is made of metal versus plastic, for instance, I'll bite the bullet and actually go with the metal piece of, it's just, otherwise life's too short, you know what I mean? Otherwise you'll find yourself chasing your tail. And I find that, especially when it comes to a water pump, I've got my eye on the ramjet ones. Comment down below if you guys have anything to say about that.